Here is a simple tutorial on how to make this stylish ruched shoulder underbust sheer gown with gathers. Now to start, here is 3 yards of fabric that I will be using to make this. Now let's start by cutting the upper part of this dress. I'm going to start by marking out 1 inch at the upper part, which will serve as a starting line. It will also serve as my joining allowance at the shoulder. Now you want to place your tape and mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Now measure from that your shoulder to how long you want the length of this sleeve to be. About 10 inches. Using 10 inches because I'm making this for a smaller sized person. So I'm adding 1 inch for folding allowance. So you can measure about 15 inches after your shoulder before marking your folding allowance for the sleeve. Now come down by 1 inch here, and you're going to mark your basic neckline of 3 inches for the neckline of the dress. Now from the length of the sleeve of this dress, from that 1 inch you came down, you're going to connect this. So remember, like I said, from the shoulder to the sleeve of this dress, 10 inches I used is not a constant. You can use 15 inches or more. So I'm making this for someone that is on the smaller size. That's why I'm using 10 inches for the sleeve length. So from here, you mark the shoulder to under bust line. Then you mark the shoulder to waistline and add extra 1 inch or 1.5. I added extra 1 inch to this. So this is the only measurement you need here. You don't need your bust measurement because your sleeve will exceed your bust measurement. So the only measurement you need here is your shoulder to under bust line and your shoulder to waistline. On your shoulder to under bust line, mark your waist measurement divided by 4. Take that same measurement to your waistline. So after that, you add extra 5 inches to your measurement. Why you're adding this extra 5 inches is because we are going to sew the elastic thread there. So by the time you're done sewing, it will shrink back to your actual measurement. Now you want to place your tape and measure the depth of the neckline. I'm using 8 inches. Remember, I'm making this for someone on the smaller size. So I'll just go ahead to connect. So your neckline should be deep enough. So after this, now what I'll do is to go ahead to cut out. Now when cutting this out, at the upper part, you'll be adding 1 inch for joining allowance. Remember, there's a ruched shoulder effect there, so that is why I'm adding that extra 1 inch, and then add the 1 inch for your folding allowance at the sleeve. So I'll place this on another fabric which I'll use to cut out the back. The only difference between the back and the front is the back neckline is a bit high. So for the back neckline, I'm using 3 by 1 inch. Remember also to add 1 inch at the shoulder, which will be joining. So I'll go ahead to cut this out. After cutting out, you want to go ahead to notch where you start sewing the sheer dress effect. So you can come down from your underbust by 1 inch or leave it at the underbust area. So now let's cut out our facing. So I'm going to unpin my pattern, and this is the fabric I cut out for my face. For my facing is on fold, right? And it should be deep enough. You can also turn the neckline with bias if you want to, like the one on the thumbnail. You can turn it with bias. You can cut it and join it back together. So I have cut this out. What I'll do now is I'm going to open up this dress and I'm going to place it there. Sorry for the noise at the background of this video. So I'll stitch the neckline and I'll fold the sleeve of the dress. Now for the back pattern, I have gone ahead to cut out the piece of fabric I'll use for the facing. So I'll go ahead to cut out the neckline also. So after cutting out the neckline, what I'll do is to go ahead to place it, and I'm going to stitch the neckline of the dress. Then remember, I will be using hemming gum to hold it much later. So what I'll do now is I'll place the sides and I will stitch it with 1 inch. So before going ahead to stitch, I'll pin it just to show you. So I'm going to secure it with my pin. So you want to leave about 1 inch. Remember that 1 inch we added at the shoulder of the dress. You're going to pin it and you're going to stitch it out. You're going to stitch on it, then top stitch it on one side, also top stitch the other side. Now you're also going to repeat exactly the same thing here. You're going to go ahead to stitch with 1 inch and top stitch at both sides, because we are going to be passing a strap at that part. So I'm done top stitching. So on this side, you notice that I added a strap. If you drag it, it will give you this ruche effect at the shoulder of the dress. Now you also repeat this at this other side that you top stitched. So what I'll do is I'm going to make little straps which I'll be passing through it. So I made two. Whatever strap you're going to make should be longer than the actual sleeve. So I'll pass it through the channel I made. So you'll be passing two of it. So this is me passing one. So when you pass one, you go ahead to leave it, then pass the other one, and you'll be top stitching it at the edge. That is at the shoulder here. You will top stitch it to avoid it shifting. So I've gone ahead to do that on both. So this is my elastic thread. Remember, the lower part that has a shear effect, that is where you'll be using it. So this is my ruched shoulder, and this is what I have here. So I'm going to weave out my facing much later, use my hemming gum to iron it down. So, or you can fold it, but I want to weave mine out since I'll be weaving my dress much later. Remember, we notched at this part, that is from the under bust area to this side. So in some cases your sleeve opening might be longer than your under bust. It is still okay. So what I'll do now is to place my tape starting from that line, and I'll go ahead to mark 0.75 inches, because we are going to sew your elastic thread there to give it that shear effect, so that it will come back to your actual measurement. So what you do now is to place your ruler. You're going to start connecting it. So see, as I'm connecting mine, you're going to do that. So I know this dress is quite colorful and my chalk mark is not showing. I just have blue and white tailoring chalk at home, so both colors are not really showing on the dress. So all you have to do here is mark a straight line about 0.5 inches interval or 0.75 interval. So here is an elastic thread I have. It is about 200 naira in the market, so you can just get one of this, is enough for this dress, or you can get two if you're on the bigger size. So you'll be reeling this on your reel, like you take out your machine shuttle and you reel it. And when you're reeling this, it has to be gentle. Do not drag it that much. Now your main thread will be on top, while the elastic thread will be on your reel. Now you're going to sew on those lines. After you sew it, this is the effect you're going to have. Go ahead to sew it, and this is what you will have, right? So you have this shear effect. Now you're going to place it and stitch with 1 inch all the way from the sleeve to the lower part of the dress. So I'm done stitching. This is what I have after I'm done stitching. Now we're going to add the lower part of this dress. Now you want to take your measurement from 1 inch after your waistline or 1.5 inches after your waistline to your full gown length. So for this dress, what I have is about 20 inches, and this is 3 yards. Now, if you're making this for a teenager or someone on a smaller size, you use 3 yards. But if you're not on a smaller size, use 4 yards for the gathers on the lower part. So I'm notching the center front and the center back of this dress. Now what I will do is I'll go over to my sewing machine and I will go ahead to attach this. What you do is you're going to run your gather stitch on it, then you're going to go ahead to gather it all the way around the waistline of this dress, right? So after gathering it, it will come back to your normal body measurement because of the shear effect we have here. So after I was done sewing, this is what I had. I made this for a teenager, so I could not fit it on my mannequin. It was actually smaller to fit on the mannequin. So this is the final result of the dress. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button.